Hey guys, Civilord here, back again with another action figure review. Today we'll be taking a look at the DC Multiverse Target exclusive. Oh jeez, because believe it or not, my Target didn't get a lot of this guy, ironically. But today we're going to be taking a look at the Collector Edition Kite-Man, brought to us by the fine folks over at McFarlane Toys, as well as Tee Bizz. Shout out Tee Bizz as usual. I'll leave a link in the description below to his channel where you can go leave stupid comments on his videos. I'm sure he'll love that. That's sarcasm, of course. Don't do that. Because, well, at least back in the day, he'd let you know that he didn't like that. But at any rate, he picked me up good old Kite-Man here for a trade, and here he is. So, without further ado, why don't we cut right to the chase and get into the meat and taters of this review and take a look-see at all Kite-Man has to offer in terms of accessories, starting off with the collectible trading card, the bio on the back. It should just say this character is a total loser, because he kind of is. He is a Batman villain, so that's one reason to own him. Other than that, I couldn't really tell you. But as far as accessories go, he's got some alt hands. He's got an open hand and a punchy hand here. He's got a punchy hand on him and a thumbs up. Not sure if I'll display him with the thumbs up, but he does have one. And he also has a pair of grip hands for whatever reason. Trigger finger hands, no less. Which I thought he held onto his like kite apparatus, but I guess not. Kind of like the Kingdom Come Batman holds onto his big wing pack. But speaking of his kite apparatus, we of course get the kite, which is a solid piece. I would say if you're familiar with the gargoyle wings from NECA, this is close to that, but a little bit better, I would say, of a plastic. But there you go. There's this kite. So you can fly around, get stuck in trees, and say rats like Charlie Brown. Like, that's literally what this character does. And on his wing pack, you have the smaller version of the kite that you can take off, which is the one I'm going to leave on for the majority of this review. It stays in there, but, you know, it's not hard to pop out. It does have the hockey puck display stand we're using with all McFarlane Toys releases, and is that blank body that everyone likes, except me, because it's kind of a pain in the nuts to stand, I say, as he almost stands right up. Come on. I mean, I guess he's standing up, but he's just doing that because I'm recording. If I wasn't recording, he'd fall down 57 times and give me an aneurysm, or hernia, or something. But at any rate, as far as his articulation goes, his head is on the double ball peg. Can rotate, look up and down, that's fine. He can tilt, that's fine. Shoulders can go up, back down, rotate all the way around. He's got that beautiful butterfly rotator cap tingy, as well as bicep swivel, double jointed elbow, that works fine. He's got the ball hinge wrist, that will rotate, hinge, and swivel. He's got diaphragm joint that'll lean that far back, that far forward. Can rotate, tilt. Nothing crazy. It's also not the tightest thing ever, but it's not the loosest, so it is what it is. It does have a ball jointed waist as well that can move around. That's fine. Hips can kick out, back down, forward, back. He's got a little thigh swivel in there. Double jointed knee, that works fine. And then he has ball hinge ankles that will rotate, hinge, very tight on the hinge, and pivot, as well as toe joints. They kind of bend down on him, but I guess that makes sense because he'll be flying most of the time. Does have peg holes at the bottom of the feet, and that's your lot for Kite-Man. It's Kite-Man. What do you want? Like, you want this amazing, grandiose release? You're not gonna get that. You're gonna get freaking Kite-Man. It's just Kite-Man. It's a spot filler. It's a character I'm surprised they wasted time making, but he did have a show on HBO Max by the time this guy came out, so I guess maybe it was something to do with that. But at the end of the day, it is still just freaking Kite-Man, and he's going to sit there and do Kite-Man things. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. So, with that being said, it is now time that we move right along and take a look at some size comparisons. First up, here is good old Kite-Man alongside the most recent Batman Rogues Gallery member in the Collector Edition line. We have Professor Pig, whose review will either be up already or coming very, very soon. So either stay tuned for that or check that out if you haven't already. Would really appreciate it if you did. That said, we also have the previous Target exclusive Collector Edition figure that I looked at anyways, the Strange Lives of Superman, or Strange Tales of Superman. I can't remember what it was called exactly, but I call him Lion Superman because he's got the head of a lion. Pretty self-explanatory. And both of these guys came out around the same time, but like I said, my Target didn't really get Kite-Man until super late last year, so that's why I got him in a trade. Didn't know if I was going to get him at all, and I couldn't buy him off the app. Like I said, it's just Kite-Man. Don't know what the deal with that is. And not for nothing, I think the Superman's a little bit better just because it's a more desirable character, and you do get the cool lion hand and the paws. Lion head and paws, excuse me. But this guy we've definitely looked at on the channel already, so do check that out if you haven't already. Would really appreciate it if you did. Gotta be careful with that apron on Professor Pig. I don't want the knot to come untied. But moving them aside so we can bring in our two regulars. Mythic Legion's Brother Mandibilith. And the infamous 11 Spawn, who is about he's a little taller, but not towering as far as that goes. So with that being said, it's time now that we wrap things up with some final thoughts. Overall, and for a figure of a complete loser, I gotta say the good old Kite-Man here, it's pretty fun. I don't mind it. It's not one of the best DC Multiverse figures ever, but it has its place. It does a good job of doing what it does. That said, I could name 50 other characters that I'd rather have other than Kite-Man, but here we are. I have him. I like him. At the end of the day, that's all that really matters, isn't it? So, with that being said, hope you guys enjoyed this review. Until next time, I'll catch you guys later.